Hey there, everyone. Ha ha ha, I'm Lao Shu. Due to a bunch of reasons, I'm rocking this digital persona for now, but hey, I'm still the same old me. Today, I'm super excited to unpack an ancient treasure of cosmic proportions for y'all, the I Ching. Now, for those of you tuning in from outside China, you might be scratching your heads thinking, the what now? Let's just say the I Ching is all about laying down the universal laws, covering the big three: heaven, earth, and humanity. Get a grip on it, and you're pretty much holding the secrets of the universe in your hands. Cool, right? Over here in the land of dragons, the I Ching is a big deal, like the granddaddy of all classic texts, crowned as the foremost among 10,000 scriptures. It's a cornerstone of philosophy, divination, fortune-telling, religion, and the bedrock of social civility. Basically, the creme de la creme of ancient Eastern noggin food. Its origin story is as epic as its standing, which is why it snagged the spotlight worldwide, sparking curiosity and studies left, right, and center. Alright, so here's a little bit about me. I'm a real-life beneficiary of the I Ching. Oh, there's a whole lot to tell about my journey with it, but let's save that story for another day, shall we? Here's the thing, folks. The good stuff. The real gems. Like the I Ching, they're meant for the whole world, not just locked up in some ivory tower or kept as a fancy trinket for the elite and scholarly types. Now, let me tell you, even in China, diving deep into the I Ching isn't a walk in the park. People these days, well, they tend to be a bit, let's say, restless. Not many dive in with their heart and soul to really get it, and those who do, well, they know it's like finding a rare diamond in the rough. And let's be honest, they don't exactly go around sharing these precious insights willy-nilly. It's kinda unfortunate, really, because it's not doing any favors for the growth and spread of this ancient wisdom. That's exactly why I had this light bulb moment. Why not create a YouTube channel, right? I mean, we're all part of this big human family, and I firmly believe that culture, this rich tapestry of knowledge and wisdom, it's a global treasure. And sure, us folks here in China, we've got a bit of extra homework to do, learning, applying, and sharing this treasure with the world. Let's not keep it all to ourselves, right? Let's spread the love and wisdom far and wide. Alrighty, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and start from the very beginning, the origin myth of the I Ching. So, picture this. Way, way back in time, in a realm of utter chaos, there was this massive egg. Yeah, you heard that right. An egg. But this wasn't just any old egg, it was cradling a giant, Pangu. Now Pangu wasn't your average giant. He took a snooze inside this egg for a whopping 18,000 years. Can you imagine? Waking up after such a long nap, he must have been a mix of all sorts of confused and curious. And then, one fine day, Pangu decided it was time to stretch those limbs. With a mighty yawn and a flex of his beefy arms, he cracked open the eggshell. Boom! The universe as we know it started to take shape. The light, ethereal stuff rose up to form the heavens, and the heavy, murky bits sank down to become the earth. Pangu, our cosmic champ, stood right in the middle, pushing heaven and earth apart. Day by day, fast forward 18,000 years, and voila, the universe was set in stone, and Pangu, well, he turned into the mountains and rivers, nourishing this brand new world. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. About 7,000 years ago in this freshly minted world, the energy of heaven and earth converged to create two extraordinary beings, Fuxi and Nuwa. These two weren't your run-of-the-mill folks. They had human heads and serpent bodies. Nuwa was this ultra-talented goddess. Not only did she patch up the sky, but she also sculpted humanity out of yellow clay. As for Fuxi, our main man, he was a jack of all trades. He whipped up fishing nets for a better catch, came up with the idea of marriage, and, most importantly, he founded the I Ching's 8 trigrams, unveiling the secrets of the cosmos to humankind. So, how did Fuxi suddenly crack the code of the cosmos? Get this. Legend has it, our guy was chilling by the Yellow River when, bam, Out of the blue, this mystical dragon horse emerges from the waters, flaunting some pretty snazzy patterns on its back. These designs, later dubbed the Hetu, showcased a unique dot matrix, kind of like an ancient cosmic data, mapping out the basic principles of yin and yang and the 5 elements in the universe. But wait, there's more. Fuxi also stumbled upon a tortoise by the Luo River, and guess what? Its shell was rocking some different patterns, known as the Luo Shu. The Luo Shu was like the Hetu's sophisticated cousin, jam-packed with complex mathematical relationships. Together, these patterns were like a dynamic duo, laying out the universe's order and harmony. With the Hetu and Luo Shu as his guide, Fuxi had his aha moment. He understood the principles of mutual generation and opposition of everything in the universe, and the laws of yin and yang's ever-changing dance. Riding on this wave of inspiration, he whipped up the 8 trigrams. These symbols and their transformations are the heart and soul of the I Ching, pretty much the underlying algorithm that keeps our world spinning. Sure, it's a myth, but you know what? There's something about these tales that ring true, like cosmic breadcrumbs leading us to the universe's secrets. Early civilizations across the globe loved their myths, but the universal laws that trickled down through them? That's the real deal, folks. So, what's the I Ching's core spiel about the laws of the universe? In a nutshell, it's all about yin and yang, the universe's dynamic duo. Yin is all about being soft, receptive, like the cool, moonlit night, while yang is the strong, active force, like the blazing sun. These 2 forces are like cosmic dance partners, constantly moving and shaping everything around us. And the 8 trigrams? Think of them as 8 basic symbols made up of different combos of yin and yang lines, representing the natural world's fundamental states and their transformations. It's like an ancient binary code, decoding the mysteries of the universe. Stay tuned, 'cause I'll be diving into all these juicy details in our upcoming episodes. You know, this whole I Ching shebang has been riding the waves of Chinese history for a cool 5,000 years, influencing all sorts of big brains and deep thinkers. We're talking about the likes of Laozi and Confucius. Yeah, those global superstar philosophers. That's why the I Ching is hailed as the head honcho of a gazillion scriptures. And get this, the I Ching's ripples haven't just stayed within China's borders. Oh no, it's made splashes all around the world. Case in point, the 17th century. This French missionary dude named Joachim Bouvet, or Bai Jin in Mandarin, packed up the I Ching and took it on a little Euro trip. Now this is where it gets wild. A German philosopher-mathematician, Leibniz, got wind of the I Ching from Bai Jin and had his mind totally blown by the concept of binary code. Yup, the very same binary system that's the heartbeat of today's computers. It's all zeros and ones, folks. The I Ching's yin and yang are like the OG binary system, a cosmic dance of something and nothing that can conjure up every number imaginable. And oh, we're just getting started. Take Carl Jung, the psychology whiz. After buddying up with the I Ching, he found its symbolism strikingly similar to his own theories. Jung was all over the I Ching's hexagrams and the yin-yang principle, seeing them as keys to unlocking the human psyche. He even name-dropped the I Ching in his work, using it to decode the mysteries of our subconscious. Then, there's the martial arts legend, the one and only Bruce Lee. More than just a fighter, he was a philosopher in his own right. Bruce's Jeet Kune. Do philosophy was heavily inspired by the I Ching, infusing its fluidity, adaptability, and the yin-yang balance into his martial arts and life philosophy. His Jeet Kune Do wasn't just about throwing punches. It was an art of living, harmonizing with nature, intuition, and adapting on the fly. And that, my friends, is just the tip of the iceberg. All right, folks, among them, there's a legendary story about turning fate around that I'd like to share with you, about a Japanese businessman named Takashima Hideyuki. Picture this, 19th century Japan, and here's Takashima, just your average Joe in the business world. But then, bam! A series of business blunders sends his life spiraling down into a pit of despair. His career's in shambles, his reputation's in the gutter, and to top it all off, he lands in the chilly confines of a prison cell. But in this darkest hour, Takashima stumbles upon a life-changer, a weathered old Chinese book, the I Ching. There, in his cell, he dives into the pages of the I Ching, and boy, does it hook him. He starts unpacking the secrets of yin and yang, the mysteries of the 8 trigrams. He realizes this isn't just about fortune-telling, it's a deep dive into life, decision-making, and the truths of the universe. When Takashima steps out of prison, he's a man with a mission. He decides to apply these ancient nuggets of wisdom to real life, guiding his business moves with the principles of the I Ching. You might not believe it, but this guy starts flipping his fate around. His business begins booming, and his intuition and decision-making skills are off the charts. But here's the kicker. The moment Takashima really hits legendary status is during the Sino-Japanese War. The Japanese emperor, having heard of his newfound fame, asks him to use the I Ching to predict the war's outcome. Takashima, tapping into the I Ching's wisdom, foresees Japan's victory, but drops a bombshell warning: some hiccups in the land advantage. And just like he predicted, Japan faces some serious snags with food supply due to terrain issues, yet still clinches the win. Talk about an irony for China's loss of its own cultural gem. Takashima's spot-on prediction not only showcases his divination skills, but also the profound insight of the I Ching. Post-war, his reputation soars sky-high. Riding on his commercial success, he goes on to establish the now famous Takashimaya department store, a business titan in Japan and a big name internationally. And now, back to the present. I bet you're starting to see the magic of the I Ching, right? Whether it's personal growth, business acumen, social norms, or even delving into fortune-telling and cosmic laws, the I Ching guides us to make the most of opportunities and understand the essence of things. In our upcoming videos, I'll walk you through these real-life applications. Of course, I'll also break down the I Ching's theories and its underlying algorithm, all in a way that's easy to grasp, no detours. Alrighty, that wraps up our I Ching intro for today. If you're keen on unearthing this cosmic treasure, don't forget to hit subscribe. And hey, drop me a comment or an email with your thoughts or questions. I'll be reading them and responding in future videos. Stay tuned for content updates based on what piques your interest. Catch you in the next episode.